Desmond is just creepily staring at us as we resume our journey. Gonna go find a place to put this power source in. We acquired a battery from the rooftops of Manhattan. There was that cross guy. Now it looks like there's black alien blood on the ground or some other sort of obsidian goo. Can I put this key in anywhere? Can I put it in here? He's like, you can find a place to put it. You have any ideas? Any thoughts, Sean?
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
Is this a hint of DLC, or is that just a random bit of fun, jokey joke dialogue? Either way, that would be interesting. You know, once they complete the story, if that's what they so choose to do by the end of this game, God only knows. They always promise more, and who knows if it'll actually deliver. But they really could do, you know, DLC packs just all about different times. Like, oh, now that the world isn't on fire, we can go and go back to the time of Egypt. Or they could just do a bunch of DLC packs for locations that they wanted to do. Maybe they won't do that because they'll want to make more games, but it seems like it would be a logical step and would make them oodles of money. Now, where the heck can I put this thing? You said you could find a place to put it, but where do I put it? Does my dad have any ideas? Where to connect this power source? Right here? No. Does climbing up higher get us anywhere? Not quite. Not gonna let me just plug it in here, is it? Whoa. Okay. We weren't able to get past that last time, strangely enough, so. Let's just see where this takes us, I guess. Ooh.
If we could not meet the sun's cruel embrace, perhaps we might rebuke it. Already we could generate the fields to protect us in times of strife. But these were small and simple things. To replicate them on a scale the size of a world, we lack the energy to make it so. Half the world, they said then. It is better than none at all. We tried. Again, we failed. A quarter, they asked. Even this we could not do. A sixth, an eighth, a tenth, they cried. The answer was still the same. Perhaps in time a city might be spared. But it was time we did not have. So we moved on.
They tried to shield it with a giant force field. Huh. There's some weirdness going on, because like they're from the past, but futuristic guy was firing like a freaking laser gun. I don't even know what's going on. Hey.
Wonder what's inside.
Only one way to find out.
A door opens. Didn't they say we need a bunch of the power cores, not just one battery? Like, weren't we missing a ton of these battery things? We'll have to go find out. It's beginning to power on, though, which is interesting. Ah! Alright, let's go check it out.
What is a fact? Is it fixed Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the thread away? We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
What was it? What did they try? Is that just like nonsense, or they're like basically saying through positive thinking they made a wall disappear? But I don't know if they literally mean they made a wall disappear, or just like if enough people thought about it and worked on it, they could figure out a way to take down the wall or make a tree. So they were thinking if enough people thought about it, they could will away the thing. But then they didn't do anything about it. They just wanted to send the positive message out into space. So that's kind of weird. I do not know what she means, and I want to know what their next terrible attempt was. Come on, keep climbing. This stuff is really interesting. They've got my mind all perked up now. More?
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward. We could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves and know what was to come. First we wanted to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Things are getting really complicated and crazy now. All this end of the world stuff. Okay, so I guess they were an ancient civilization. with futuristic tech protecting people, and then it all sort of vanished and disappeared as time passed, and destruction and chaos and sort of that kind of a world history story. There's more. Okay, so clearly we're gonna go through more doors and get more pieces of the puzzle here. Just seeing if there's anything else of interest at the current time, which it doesn't seem like it, so more batteries are what we need. This is a huge chamber of secrets. I wouldn't be surprised if we found Harry Potter, but luckily I don't think that's gonna happen. Back to the Animus. Ooh, more obsidian stone. Back to the Animus we shall venture. Can I get out? Can I please? But I want to leave. Where do I go? It doesn't seem like there would be this many rooms out of this like place, did it? You know, we were just wandering around and stuff. Climb, climb, climb. Alright. I just want to go back to my friendly neighborhood Animus. Is that possible? No? Can you go through this crack? Huh. Wow! Alright, where to? There's gotta be a way out. Not just... okay. Back up these stairs and we'll hopefully get out of this weird maze that we put ourselves in. Although, I love these bits of the... I really enjoyed the past Assassin's Creed games, you know, the different puzzles where you'd, like, solve stuff. I wonder if there's anything like that here in AC3, or if it's all more combat and, you know, traversal as opposed to straight up craziness. I did really appreciate those, especially the ones that were difficult. Some were really tricky, like great logic puzzles. Real brain burners. Where did I just come from here? Desmond, we must leave. Leave, and make our way back to the freaking Animus. Oh, God. Come on. Come on, Desi. There has to be a way out. One of these doors has to be open, right? Or not? We're permanently trapped. I feel like I'm running in a gigantic circle. This way? Whew! I think this is the right way. I think. I hope. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Desync and die. As long as we respawn here, we do, and that's victorious. Alright. An episode full of questions and answers. Not so many. Any new emails to check out here? In case you haven't noticed, we're knee-deep in picking fights is going to get our work already finished. William's not the most diplomatic man, I'll give you that, but he cares about you very much when you were under during the whole bit with 16. He never left your side. I've pushed in a new batch of entries in order to ensure I actually turn to a friend on the outside. You'll find a new section. The sphere used by Connor during his spirit journal is clearly first civilization in origin. It appears to function as some sort of temporal calculator. It's essentially a crystal ball. Hello, uh-oh, someone's like in our system. It works. I should hardly be surprised. Electrical impulses move from one pathway to another. You call them networks. Our word for them was more akin to road. What is this? Huh. What? Who are these from? Oh, Juno. That final door. Salvation, was it? But for us, who knows? Here we sit, working towards something we know next nothing about. Juno is very pissed as sending us emails. What happened to Tinia and Minerva? They're the ones who invited us to this little apocalypse party. Now they've gone and buggered off. A little inconvenient, not to mention rude. Alright, so we got a lot of madness going on. Interesting. Back to the Animus next episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. Drink some hot chocolate. Stick around. Coming up soon will be another part of Desmond's journey to the Big Sun Boom Boom Dance. Until that time, though, guys and girls, fantastic day. We'll see you all later.